So hi guys, welcome back to a bilateral series here. India women touring Australia women. It's a bilateral T20 series. Obviously the first T20 was won by India women. India have a 1-0 lead in this T20 series. So if they can win this series, if they can win this match, then India will win the series as well. Beth Mooney and Georgia Vole opening the batting for Beth Mooney and Georgia Vole are opening the batting for Australia. India women winning the toss and electing to bowl first have started well here. Australia 5 without loss after 1.4 overs. This match is happening at the Manuka Oval in Canberra, so chasing teams can get assistance. It's been a long time since India women have won a series against Australia. Golden opportunity to do that. As Vole hits it leg side in the air, just clears mid-wicket. It won't reach the boundary, but they'll pick up another couple of runs here. So Kranti Gaur, a good over this. Just 4 runs coming from this over, still 1 ball left. Georgia Vole, if anyone remembers, played a fantastic knock in the WPL final this year for RCB. A very, very dangerous player. Last ball of the over coming up. Goes over the top of the offside towards deep extra covers. 1 bounce to deep extra covers. And Georgia Vole picks up another single to finish the over. So 5 runs came from that over from Kranti Gaur. And Australia women are 8 without loss after 2 overs. So both these batters have started a little slowly here, 2 overs, 8 runs. Obviously Indian bowlers need to keep taking wickets. They did so well in the first T20I. Bowled out Australia for 133 runs and then won the game. Renuka Singh Thakur continuing into her second over. That's punched beautifully by Vole through the gap. And that'll be the first boundary of the innings. Just a little punch. And it's raced to the fence for 4. Once it finds the gaps, small boundaries, races away to the boundary for 4. Second ball of the over. Full again. It's at leg side this time. And towards deep mid wicket. And picks up another single. This time Mooney comes down the wicket, a little bit of an inside edge onto the pads. Another dot ball from Renuka Singh Thakur. 5 runs from the first 3 balls of this over, still 3 balls left. Renuka Singh Thakur was a little below par in the WPL which happened recently, so we want to make a comeback here. As Mooney goes over the top this time, over mid-off, 1 bounce and into the boundary for 4. Even Beth Mooney has been a little out of sorts in the WPL which happened recently. So even she will be looking to come back to form. Second boundary of this innings, first boundary for Mooney. Two more deliveries left in this over. Mooney finally underway with the boundary. Shot this time, pulled away by Mooney, down towards deep square leg, and picks up another single. 10 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. Georgia Vole is back on strike. Last ball of the over. Oh, maybe a fielder got a hand on it there. It's towards deep mid wicket. And Vole picks up another couple of runs to finish the over. 12 runs came from that over from Renuka Singh Thakur, and Australia women are 20 without loss after 3 overs. So Kranti Goud is continuing into her second over. Beth Mooney is on strike. Full delivery, Mooney drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball to start the over. This time driven down the ground again by Mooney towards mid-on. Another dot ball. This time cuts it away offside towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Georgia Vole is back on strike. Well, that's pulled away leg side towards deep mid wicket. No one back there, and another boundary. This time it's Georgia Vole. There's no one back there at deep square leg, so vacant area, and Vole accesses that area, picks up another boundary. Two more deliveries left in this over. Swung away leg side again, but this time straight to short mid wicket. And another dot ball from Kranti Goud. The last ball of the over coming up. That's pulled in the air, leg side. Fielder lands short. One bounce to deep square leg, and Georgia Vole picks up another single to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over, and Australia women are now 26 without loss after 4 overs. So a bowling change here. Amanjot Kaur is the new bowler into the attack for India. A decent bowler, no doubt about that. Georgia Wall is on strike. Oh, that's flicked in the air. One bounce to mid wicket, and another dot ball from Amanjot Kaur. Second ball of the over coming up. That's on the path, flicked away by Wall. Might have found the gap here. It's slowly racing across to the fences. No one back there at deep mid wicket. And again, the vacant space is accessed by Georgia Wall. Picks up her third boundary in this innings. So third ball of the over coming up. Leading edge in the air, doesn't carry to anyone. Glance shot again, and it goes towards mid-off. Another dot ball from Amanjot Kaur. Looking to flick it away there. Georgia Wall getting herself into some uncomfortable positions, but still surviving. And this has not been a thunderous start of any sort. A circumspect start. Goes straight down the ground, and that'll be 4 more. Is bludgeoned it back down the ground there. Georgia Wall is in the slot. And for Wall hitting through the line, second boundary in this over for Wall and Australia. The last ball of the over coming up. It's cut away again by Georgia Wall, straight to covers, and another dot ball to finish the over. In fact, still one more delivery left in this over. The last ball of the over coming up. Full again, it's hit in the air, down the ground, towards long on, and Georgia Wall picks up another single to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over, and Australia women are 35 without loss after 5 overs. Kranti Gaud is back into the attack into her third over here. Georgia Wall is on strike. It's pulled away, back past mid-on, and they'll run away for 4. It's a great way to start the over. 2 short on that occasion from Kranti Gaud. Wall is so good with the pull. Picks up another boundary to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. Full again, goes over the top again. That's 4 more. Back-to-back boundaries. This time 2 full. Previous delivery was 2 short. This time 2 full, and both of them dispatched to the boundary. Back-to-back boundaries to start the over. Third ball of the over. Shot again, pulled away towards deep mid-wicket. And Georgia Vole picks up another single. Mooney is back on strike. Back of the length again, and it's punched back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Kranti Gaud. Two more deliveries left in this over. Oh, goes for the drive, misses it again. Another dot ball from Kranti Gaud. Last ball of the over. That's it, past the keeper, past third man, and that'll run away for 4. A great way to finish the over. Ends the over with a boundary. The 13 runs came from that over from Kranti Gaud. And Australia women are now 48 without loss after 6 overs after the power play. So 48 without loss after the power play, and a new bowler into the attack now for India women is Arundhati Reddy. Georgia Vole is on strike. And it's on the pad, swept away for 4. What a welcome to the crease for Arundhati Reddy. Georgia Vole just slog sweeping it away towards deep square leg, and starts the over with a boundary. 50 comes up for Australia women. 50 comes up in just 6.1 overs. A great start here by the openers. This time it's flicked away by Georgia Vole towards deep mid wicket. Coming back for 2. And that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Georgia Vole. The third ball of the over coming up. On the pads again, flicked away by Georgia Vole towards deep deep mid wicket towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Beth Mooney is back on strike. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Full again, and Mooney hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. So good comeback from Arundhati Reddy after conceding the boundary of the first ball. 2-1-1. Well, that goes for the sweep again, and that will run away for 4 as well. Vacant spaces at deep square leg. So Georgia Wall picks up another boundary, but raining boundaries here in Canberra. Second boundary in this over. The last ball of the over coming up. Goes for the drive again. It's towards deep extra covers. And Georgia Wall picks up another single to finish the over. 13 runs came from that over from Arundhati Reddy. And Australia women are now 61 without loss after 7 overs. So there's a bowling change now. Deepti Sharma is the new bowler into the attack for India women. Georgia Wall is on strike. Deepti Sharma over the wicket to Georgia Wall. Tossed up, Wall comes down the wicket, drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. So Beth Mooney is back on strike. This time punched away again by Mooney, but straight to point. And another dot ball. Still no wickets for India. Still pushing for wickets. Goes for the sweep. Appeal for LBW, maybe sliding down the leg side. And they'll pick up one leg bias, I think. Or is it off the bat? It is off the bat. The Wall is back on strike. Comes down the wicket, Georgia Wall drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball, so really good over this from Deepti Sharma. There's 2 runs coming from this over, still 2 balls left. Comes down the wicket, gets it over mid wicket. It's towards deep mid-wicket. And Vole comes back for a couple of runs. Good running between the wickets. Couple of runs for Georgia Vole. And it also brings up the half century for Georgia Vole. 51 from just 31 deliveries with 8 boundaries to her name. Last ball of the over coming up. Goes for a sweep. It's towards deep mid-wicket. One bounce and into the boundary for 4. No chance for that fielder at deep mid-wicket. So another boundary to finish the over. It was a good over until that point, but ends with a boundary. 8 runs came from that over. And Australia women are 69 without loss after 8 overs. So Sri Charani is the new bowler into the attack now for India women. Coming around the wicket to Beth Mooney. Tossed up, Mooney hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. The second ball of the over coming up. Goes for a sweep and she's nailed that one. That's all the way. All the way for 6 over deep mid-wicket. Georgia Vole is starting to look very dangerous. Moves to 61 now from just 33 balls. The first 6 of this innings. A beautiful slog sweep. This time a quicker ball, looking to flick it away. It's flicked towards short fine leg. Picks up another single. There was a short appeal for LBW, but there was huge bat involved. So no way it was going to be out. The single completed. Beth Mooney is back on strike. Coming around the wicket now, Charani. Comes down the wicket and Mooney hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. Now Georgia Vole is back on strike. Quicker ball again, flicked away down the ground to long on. Vole picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. It's a full toss. Mooney hits it down the ground to long off. Long off comes around, does well. It will be another couple of runs for Beth Mooney to finish that over. So another good over for Australia women. 12 runs came from that over. And Australia women are now 81 without loss after 9 overs. So Renuka Singh Thakur is the new bowler into the attack now Renuka Singh Thakur is back into the attack for India women. Georgia Vole is on strike. And that's short and wide, cut away again by Georgia Vole towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. Goes for a pull again. It's towards deep mid wicket. One bounce to deep mid wicket. And picks up another single as well. Two singles to start this over. Third ball of the over coming up. Full again. And that's driven towards mid-on. Another dot ball from Renuka Singh Thakur. This time ball goes for the drive towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. That's too wide. Has to reload that one again. Too wide outside the off stump from Renuka Singh Thakur. Given as a wide by the umpire. Swings it leg side again. Towards deep mid wicket. And Moni picks up another single. Last ball of the over. It's driven again towards point, and Vole picks up another single to finish that over. Good over for India. Just 5 runs came from that over, and Australia women are now 86 without loss after 10 overs. The Australia women are 86 without loss after 10 overs at the halfway mark of this innings, and it's also the time for the drinks break. So we come to the end of the drinks break, and 5 runs have come from this over. Still 2 balls left. Georgia Vole is back on strike. That's driven again down the ground towards long on and picks up another single. Women's T20 cricket has also become very, very competitive these days. So even if there is a high target, it can also be chased down. India also have the batters. We saw 204 being chased down in a WPL final, but obviously in Australia it will be different conditions altogether. As Mooney goes for the scoop, gets it over the keeper, and that will run away for 4 as well. He can't set a field for that kind of a shot. Innovation at its best. 10 runs came from that over, and Australia women are 96 without loss after 11 overs. Deepti Sharma now into her second over, and it's on the pads, flicked away by Georgia Vole towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another single to start the over. Now what a start this is from both these Australian openers. Beth Mooney is back on strike. It's cut away again by Mooney. Oh, good fielding at point, got a hand on it. But they'll still pick up a couple of runs. That's terrific running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Beth Mooney. Third ball of the over, goes for a sweep. It's towards deep mid wicket. They're going to push for two here. And that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Beth Mooney. 100 comes up for Australia women. 100 comes up in 11.3 overs. The 100-run partnership as well. Do we get reminded of something here? Mitchell Marsh and Travis Head, what they did against Sri Lanka recently in the T20 World Cup. 104 without loss. 104 without loss in 8.1 overs they were. Imagine 104 without loss in 8.1 overs to 181 all out in 20 overs. That was a collapse of some sorts from Australia actually. We get reminded of that same 100-run opening partnership. But one wicket changed the complexion. So can India get a wicket here? Fourth ball of the over coming up. Punched away again by Mooney towards covers and picks up another single. It becomes hard to stop the runs at the Manuka Oval in Canberra. Most likely a batting paradise. Georgia Vole is back on strike. Two more deliveries left in this over. Goes for a reverse sweep. It's towards third man and picks up another single. The last ball of the over coming up. Goes for a sweep again towards square leg, doesn't take the single. Another dot ball to finish that over. So 7 runs came from that over from Deepti Sharma, and Australia women are now 103 without loss after 12 overs. Well, now Charani back into the attack, comes down the wicket wall, hits it up in the air, lands safely, coming back for 2 here, chance of run out. I think Vole has made it back. The umpires will go upstairs to check with the third umpire. But it looks like though Vole has made it back there. First of all, it was mistimed up in the air. It was a little surprising that no fielder came underneath it. And then coming back for the second. And Vole has made it back actually. Richa Ghosh was a little slow on bringing the hands close to the stumps. So another couple of runs for Georgia Vole. So not out is the decision. Second ball of the over coming up. And it's driven away beautifully in the gap, and I'll run away for 4 as well. The boundaries continue to flow off the bat of Georgia Wall. Picks up her 10th boundary in this innings, full and wide once again from Sri Charini, and beautifully driven. So third ball of the over coming up. Goes for the sweep again towards short fine leg, and Wall picks up another single. Comes down the wicket, goes straight down the ground towards long off, and Beth Mooney picks up another single. A full delivery this time, and Georgia Wall hits it down the ground to long on, and will pick up another couple of runs. So 10 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over coming up. It's full again. It's flicked away leg side towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another single to finish the over. So good over actually from Charini there. 11 runs came from that over, and Australia women are now 114 without loss after 13 overs. There's a bowling change here. Shafali Verma is the new bowler into the attack for India women. Can bowl some handy overs in the middle. A really good bowler, no doubt about that. Coming around the wicket to Georgia Wall, and Wall sweeps leg side towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another single to start the over. Beth Mooney is back on strike. They need a wicket here, India women. This opening partnership is looking really dangerous. Coming over the wicket now. That's shot again, pulled away by Mooney towards deep mid wicket. Amanjot Kaur does well at deep mid wicket, and another single for Beth Mooney. Still have plenty of batting left for Australia. Phoebe Litchfield, Elise Perry, Ash Gardner, Georgia Wareham, Annabelle Sutherland, Nicola Carey. Wow, Sophie Molyneux, everyone can bat. A dangerous Australian team, no doubt about that. That's short, it's pulled away by Georgia Wall towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another single. And that is why it's a shocker how Australia went out in the first round in this T20 Men's T20 World Cup 2026. Australia got eliminated in the very first round. That's why that was an absolute shocker actually. A team like Australia, who is known to dominate ICC tournaments, getting eliminated like that is a big thing actually. What has happened? That's flicked away again by Beth Mooney towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Two more deliveries left in this over. Can Georgia Wall get to a century here? Every possibility is there. Coming around the wicket to Wall. Pulled again by Wall towards deep mid wicket. And another single. 5 singles in this over from Shefali Verma. Last ball of the over coming up. And Mooney goes for a drive. It's towards covers and picks up another single to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over. Really good over from Shefali Verma. And Australia women are 120 without loss after 14 overs. Arundhati Reddy is back into the attack. Conceded 13 runs in her first over. That's driven down the ground by Mooney towards mid-on. And another dot ball to start the over. We have seen in modern day T20 cricket how 170, 180 can also not be safe while batting first. So Team India will be backing themselves to chase down whatever it is, because you're preparing now for the Women's T20 World Cup, which will be happening later this year. Goes in the air. Is there any fielder running backwards? The ball lands safely. Long on comes around. And Beth Mooney picks up another couple of runs. Because India women now has to prepare for the Women's T20 World Cup, which will be coming up later this year. The New Zealand women are the reigning champions of the Women's T20 World Cup. That will be a fascinating T20 World Cup to watch. Third ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket, drives it in the gap. And will that run away for 4? Yes, it will. Beautiful placement there from Beth Mooney. She's also nearing her half century. And picks up another boundary here. Moves across her stumps, flicks it away leg side, and deep mid wicket does well. There will be another couple of runs for Beth Mooney. Looks like a good batting wicket this. So even if Australia get to 170, 180, maybe India will back themselves to try and chase it. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Goes down the ground, Mooney, and taken at mid-on. First wicket for India finally, breaking the opening partnership. Mooney nearing her half century, has holed out at mid-on. Arundhati Reddy gets the breakthrough for India. And a much needed wicket for India women there, because the opening partnership was looking to bat out 20 overs in all honesty. 14.5 overs they have batted. And finally India have got a wicket. Shefali Verma taking a simple catch at mid-on. So Beth Mooney is gone after scoring 46 runs from 39 balls, and Australia women are now 128 for 1 after 14.5 overs. So Phoebe Litchfield is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 3 for Australia women. Last ball of the over. It's back of the length. It's punched away towards covers, and Litchfield gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Beth Mooney. And Australia women are now 129 for 1 after 15 overs. So Deepti Sharma, who stops in her follow through. Deepti Sharma is back into the attack for India. Litchfield can also be a very, very dangerous batter. You need to watch out with 5 overs to go. And Litchfield goes for a sweep and gets it towards deep mid wicket for 4. That is exactly where she's so strong. She has all the shots, sweep, reverse sweep, straight down the ground. Every shot she can play. Starts the over with a boundary. Well, Phoebe Litchfield missed the last few matches of the WPL this year because of injuries. It looks like she has recovered well. And this is going to be an interesting matchup. Goes down the ground again towards long on, and Litchfield picks up another single. Georgia Vole is back on strike. Third ball of the over coming up. Another full delivery, and it's driven down the ground to mid-on. Another dot ball. The thing is that still the current run rate is only 8.65, and nowadays whenever anyone sees a total like 170, 180, it always looks chaseable. I don't know why. So you can restrict Australia. It's okay even if you don't take wickets. At least build some pressure, bowl some dot balls. But not like that though. That's swept away. That's all the way for 4. It's towards deep square leg. Big gap out there at deep square leg. And Georgia Vole picks up another boundary. The fifth ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket, looks to flick it away. It's gone off the pads. And another dot ball from Deepti Sharma. Really well bowled there. Firing it onto the pads there. The last ball of the over coming up. On the pads, a poor delivery, gets away with it. It's towards short fine leg, and Georgia Vole picks up another single to finish the over. 10 runs came from that over, and Australia women are 139 for 1 after 16 overs. So Arundhati Reddy is continuing into her third over. Georgia Vole is on strike. And it's a full delivery driven down the ground by Vole towards long on. Might push for two here. And they'll get it. Another couple of runs for Georgia Vole. I would still think if India women can keep Australia to 160, 170, still chaseable. That's a full delivery, beautifully bowled. Ball looking to flick it away, gets it on the pads. Another dot ball. Australia just slowing down a little bit. Current run rate 8.63. Remember in the WPL final 204 was chased down. So, I mean, you need to really get a good. You need to set a good total if you want to win a cricket match. If you want to win a T20 match, you need to set a really good total. Otherwise, it will be below par. Goes big, leg side, fielder there, taken at deep mid wicket. What a big wicket that is. Georgia Vole falls short of the milestone, falls short of the 3-figure mark. It's gone straight down the throat of deep mid wicket. Second wicket down for India. They say one brings two, two brings three. The one has brought two at least till now. Arundhati Reddy gets the big one. Both openers back in the pavilion. A really good catch from Amanjot Kaur. So not to be for Vole today, the century. She's played outstandingly well. Georgia Vole is out after scoring 88 runs from 57 balls. Agonizingly short of a century. And Australia women are now 141 for 2 after 16.3 overs. So Elise Perry is the new batter to the crease for Australia women. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Man, if India women wins this game, Australia will go through a lot of I won't say downfall, but a lot of things not going their way now. I mean, imagine Australia are the only top team that has gotten eliminated in the men's T20 World Cup 2026 in the very first round. All other top teams have made it to the next round. So imagine being the favourites to win the men's T20 World Cup and then being the only top team to not cross the first round. That itself is a big lowest point in Australian cricket now. And now if Australia women loses this, then it will be a series defeat against India women as well. So suddenly now Australia are going through so much tough times now for Australian cricket. No doubt about that. And that itself, that only proves that Australian cricketers are also human. They will also go through ups and downs. Every time it won't be up, for every up there is a down as well. And they are going through some tough times now, no doubt about that. So good over this from Arundhati Reddy. Last ball of the over coming up. Phoebe Litchfield is on strike. Goes for a cut. Is it too wide? No, it's not. Another dot ball to finish the over. Excellent over from Arundhati Reddy. Just 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Georgia Vole. And Australia women are now 144 for 2 after 17 overs. So Renuka Singh Thakur is back into the attack, into her last over. Elise Perry is on strike. And Perry gives herself room, drives it straight to covers. And Perry picks up another single to start the over. Litchfield is back on strike. Only 17 balls left in this innings. This is good. India women looking to come back here, looking to restrict Australia to maybe 170 odd and then try and chase it down. India also have batting, no doubt about that. Shafali Verma, Smriti Mandhana, leading run scorer in the WPL season. Harmanpreet Kaur, Jemima Rodriguez. Batting is there for India, no doubt about that. It's driven straight to the fielder at point, is taken. Another big wicket here. Renuka Singh Thakur strikes. And what a turnaround in this game. And Smriti Mandhana takes a fantastic catch at point. And the third wicket goes down here for Australia. A similar kind of a thing happened in the men's T20 World Cup match between Australia and Sri Lanka, if anyone remembers. 104 without loss in 8.1 overs to 181 all out in 20 overs. That happened in that men's T20 World Cup match. And now Australian women's team, another 100 plus opening partnership and then falling apart towards the end. It's becoming a habit now for Australia here in both the genders. They're going to check the fairness of the catch. Smriti Mandhana looks confident. But this could be the biggest wicket because Phoebe Litchfield can be very, very dangerous. Checking whether it's a bump ball or not. Doesn't look like a bump ball. It's gone straight off the bat. They say the match is not over until it's fully over. That's rightly true. The ball was dipping on Smriti Mandhana. I think she's done extremely well to take the catch. Well, she has taken it. Decision pending. It will go the favour of the Indians. Yes, it is. Out it is. So that's the biggest wicket possible. Phoebe Litchfield is gone after scoring 6 runs from 5 balls. Australia women are now 145 for 3 after 17.2 overs. One brings 2, 2 brings 3. And the 2 new batters at the crease now for Australia. Ash Gardner is the new batter to the crease. Another dangerous batter, no doubt about that. But only 16 more balls left in this innings. They still have Georgia Wareham, Annabelle Sutherland and Nicola Carey. Maybe they could have sent in Nicola Carey now itself because she is a kind of a batter who can also be very, very aggressive. Third ball of the over. Looking to go for the drive. Misses it completely. Another dot ball from Renuka Singh Thakur. Brilliant bowling here towards the end by the Indian bowlers. Still 15 balls left. An excellent comeback. And this time Gardner goes for the drive, edges it past third man and that'll run away for 4. So Ash Gardner gets off the mark with a boundary here, not in the most convincing fashion. But she'll take it, it's flown off the edge towards the third man region. So 5th ball of the over coming up. Moves across a stump, swings it leg side towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single. 150 comes up for Australia women. 150 comes up in 17.5 overs. Only 2 more overs left after this. Any total close to 170, I think India women should back themselves to chase it down. Given all the experience from the WPL and everything, I think they should be accustomed to all these targets now. Last ball of the over coming up. Elise Perry on strike. It's full again. Perry goes down the ground to long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Phoebe Litchfield, and Australia women are now 151 for 3 after 18 overs. Arundhati Reddy bowling the penultimate over. Oh, and it's gone through the batters, gone through everyone. Maybe it's taken the pad on the way, I'm not quite sure. But a boundary to start the over for Australia. 4 leg byes given. So that's a great way to start the over as far as Australia are concerned. They're pushing, looking to push above 170 here. Oh, that's a good Yorker, driven back to the bowler by Elise Perry. Another dot ball from Arundhati Reddy. Good comeback. That's where you need to be, right in the block hole. Elise Perry has scored 5 runs from 6 balls so far. Eating up deliveries a little bit. That's another brilliant Yorker. Perry can only drive it back to the bowler. Another dot ball here. So this is brilliant stuff here from Arundhati Reddy. After conceding the boundary, obviously an unlucky boundary, 4 leg byes in all honesty, comes back with 2 dot balls. This is some comeback from India women. At one stage they were staring at 180, 190 it was. But now with 9 balls left in this innings, comes down the wicket, wide down the leg side. Richa Ghosh misses it. There was a stumping opportunity though. Is given as a wide by the umpire, but you can be stumped off a wide. Richa Ghosh, as she collected the ball, she could have taken the bails off, I thought. A missed opportunity, I'm not quite sure. So pressure building on both the teams now. That's full again. Perry goes down the ground to long on and picks up another single. And I think that is the correct thing to do because Elise Perry is struggling a little bit, not able to get the timing. So the Gardner is a much bigger hitter of the cricket ball. So might as well give the strike to Ash Gardner. This time full and on the pads, flicked away towards short fine leg. Flicked away towards short fine leg and another dot ball from Arundhati Reddy. This is brilliant bowling actually, just 6 runs coming from this over. 1 more delivery left. Can Arundhati Reddy finish this over well? So last ball of the over coming up. Full toss, comes down the wicket, swings it leg side. Fielder will take the catch at deep mid wicket. Amanjot Kaur, has she taken it? No, she hasn't. No, she hasn't. She's put it down actually. I thought she had taken it there. Another single to finish the over though. 7 runs came from that over from Arundhati Reddy. And Australia women are now 158 for 3 after 19 overs. So looks like Sri Charani is going to be bowling the last over here for India. Spinner bowling the last over is a huge gamble, no doubt about that. I think that should have been taken, a previous catch. I think it was dipping on Amanjot Kaur. She's a good fielder normally. And India have the batting to chase this. They have the batting, they have the experience. They are world champions in the ODI format as well. India women. The Charani bowling the last over here. Comes down the wicket. Gardner hits it down the ground. Down the ground to long off and picks up another single to start the over. Elise Perry is back on strike. I think it was another catching opportunity there, in all honesty. It's gone through the hands. Perry comes down the wicket again, drives it straight to cover. As a dot ball at this stage from Charani. Or has she taken the single? I think she has. Has she taken the single? She has taken the single. So Gardner is back on strike. 160 up for Australia. At least a decent total with four balls to go. And Gardner goes big down the ground to long off. One bounce to long off. Amanjot Kaur does the work on the outfield. And another couple of runs for Ash Gardner. So 4 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. Can they push above 170? 3 more deliveries left in this innings. It's been a struggle towards the end for Australia women, in all honesty, having so many wickets in hand. Still only managing to score above 160 with 3 balls left. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Full delivery flicked away by Gardner towards deep mid wicket. Just a single. Just a single. Brilliant stuff here from Charani. 2 more deliveries left in this innings. Australia will feel disappointed after such a big opening partnership. They have lost momentum towards the end. Just not able to find the boundaries. Elise Perry is back on strike. Comes down the wicket again, drives it towards covers. Chance of run out to the bowler's end. It could have been a little faster. The throw should have been a little bit more faster, I think. Umpire might just go upstairs to the third umpire. But I think the throw could have been a little bit more faster. Because we need to see whether the batter has made her ground or not. Well, the bat is in the air actually. The bat is in the air, so it will be a run out, I think. It will be a run out. The bat is clearly in the air. Nothing is grounded behind the wicket, so it will be out. Elise Perry will have to go. But I think more importantly, Ash Gardner will be back on strike for the last ball of the innings. Which is exactly what Australia women want. Out is the decision. So it's been a struggle for Elise Perry. Very uncharacteristic of Elise Perry this. Very unlike Elise Perry. Gone after scoring just 7 runs from 10 balls. And Australia women are now 163 for 4 after 19.5 overs with 1 ball with 1 more delivery left in the innings. So Georgia Wareham makes her way out to the middle. Only 1 more delivery left. Gardner will be on strike for the last ball of the innings. A 6 will take them to 169 with exactly 170 needed. Last ball of the innings coming up from Charani. Full toss is driven back to the bowler. Run out to the non-strikers and she's gone. Another one goes. What a comedy of errors there to finish off. Gardner looking to go for the big shot, only managing to hit it back to the bowler, and Charani had the awareness to take the bails off, to take the stumps off at the non-strikers end. So back-to-back run-outs to finish off the innings. And what a finish this has been for India women. They can be proud of the comeback that they have made here. Because when Georgia Vole and Beth Mooney were batting, it looked like somewhere around 180, 190 was on the cards. But somehow Australia women have lost momentum in the last couple of overs. Only 12 runs coming from the last 2 overs, including 2 wickets. And only 35 runs coming in the last 5 overs for Australia women. And even though they had so many wickets in hand, they couldn't find the boundaries that were needed. So 163 looks like a decent total. It looks chaseable as well for India women. Let's have a look at the batting card of Australia actually. Not for the first time we are seeing Australia after such a big opening partnership. Once a wicket falls, they start to struggle. Not for the first time. This is the second time, and this time it's the women's team who have struggled. I mean, just imagine an opening partnership of 128 runs from 89 balls. And at that stage we thought surely 180 plus, 190 is on the cards. But after that, then Beth Mooney got dismissed after scoring 46 from 39 balls. After that, suddenly you saw Australia women slowing down a little bit. Georgia Vole couldn't get going a little bit, but Georgia Vole played a really good knock, 88 from 57 balls, couldn't get to her century. But I think the real struggle began when Elise Perry faced 10 balls and scored only 7 runs, didn't hit a boundary at all. I think that is where they lost momentum. Ash Gardner, towards the end, only 1 boundary. She finished 10 not out from 9 balls. And it was really a struggle for Australia women towards the end. If you look at the Indian bowlers though, it was not looking good when the opening partnership was tearing them apart, but towards the end, it has to be said, a fantastic comeback. N. Charani bowled a fantastic last over, 5 runs coming from the last over, including 2 wickets. Deepti Sharma bowled only 3 overs, picked up none for 25 in her 3 overs. Arundhati Reddy 2 for 30 in her 4 overs. Renuka Singh Thakur 1 for 27 in her 4 overs as well. So those were the wicket takers for India women today. So India women to win this series will need 164 runs to win this match from their full quota of 20 overs. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. So hi guys, welcome back to the run chase here. India women need 164 runs to win this match from their full quota of 20 overs to win the series as well. They've already won the first T20 match and now looking to seal the series here. A brilliant comeback with the ball, in all honesty, restricting Australia women to just 163 and 164 to win at a required run rate of 8.20. Shouldn't be that difficult. Shafali Verma and Smriti Mandhana are opening the batting for India women. Ash Gardner has the new ball in her hand. She'll be bowling the first over for Australia women. Now all in readiness. First ball of the run chase. Gardner bowling to Shafali Verma. And straight away Verma comes down the wicket. Goes for a sweep. It's in the air. Clears the field. It won't reach the boundary. But Shafali Verma will pick up another couple of runs to get off the mark. Well, what an interesting shot to play very first ball of the run chase. Coming down the wicket, very lucky to get it over the fielders. Shafali Verma won't hold back, a very aggressive batter. The top order of India women is really strong and experienced. Second ball of the over coming up. Quicker delivery, flicked away again by Shafali Verma towards short mid wicket. And another dot ball from Ash Gardner. Third ball of the over coming up. And Verma goes for the big shot. It's edged past the keeper, past everyone. And that will be the first boundary of the innings for India women. Once again went for a big shot there. And it's flown off the edge towards the boundary. That's what Shafali Verma can do. Great way to start. This time comes down the wicket, goes over, covers, inside out. Not enough timing, but she'll pick up a couple of runs here, Shafali Verma. Taking her chances here early on. 8 runs from this over already, still 2 balls left. Not holding back here, Shafali Verma, that is for sure. 5th ball of the over coming up. Quicker delivery, pulled away by Verma towards deep mid wicket. And picks up another single. Smriti Mandhana is back on strike. And what a start this is. Shafali Verma, 9 runs from 5 balls. I thought Australia women missed out towards the end of their innings. They could have got a little bit more on the board. 163 is very chaseable. Last ball of the over coming up. Punched away by Smriti Mandhana. Oh, a little bit of a fumble, but it won't cost anything. Another dot ball to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over, and India women are 9 without loss after 1 over. So Darcy Brown is the new bowler into the attack now for Australia women. Shafali Verma is on strike. That's cut away again by Shafali Verma, but straight to point. Good fielding at point. Another dot ball to start the over. Second ball of the over. Goes for a cut shot, misses it completely. So 2 dot balls to start. Bowling it outside the off stump here. Darcy Brown, a little bit of bounce on offer as well. And last, the previous match, Australia women got bowled out for 133. Today they have scored 30 runs more than what they scored their previous game. Still might not be enough though. It's on the pads, flicked away by Shafali Verma. It's going down towards deep fine leg for 4. Straying onto the pads a little bit there, Darcy Brown, and all Shafali Verma had to do is just get some bat on it. And it's raced away to the fence, picks up her second boundary in this innings. It's full again, driven by Shafali Verma straight to covers. Another dot ball from Darcy Brown. So far, Shafali Verma has had most of the strikes, scored all the 13 runs so far, 2 boundaries. Australia looking for early wickets. That's too wide down the leg side, given as a wide by the umpire. So Darcy Brown has to reload that one again. This time Verma gives herself room, punches it straight to cover, straight to point. Another dot ball here. Just 5 runs coming from this over, still 1 ball left. The T20 game, you need to get a good start in the power play. Can't afford to waste the power play. The last ball of the over coming up. Slow ball, cut away in the gap for 4. That races in this outfield, and Shafali Verma picks up another boundary to finish the over. Pierces the gap beautifully there and ends the over with a boundary. 9 runs came from that over from Darcy Brown, and India women off to a positive start, 18 without loss after 2 overs. So a great start here from Shafali Verma. Smriti Mandhana hasn't gotten many strikes. Smriti Mandhana hasn't been on strike for most of this innings so far. It's been Shafali Verma who's been doing all the damage with 3 boundaries already. And now Nicola Carey is the new bowler into the attack, that X-factor bowler that everyone has been talking about. A really good player, really good all-rounder. I was in fact surprised why Nicola Carey wasn't promoted up the order in their batting. She can bat in the top 4 as well. Very, very handy batter. And a really good bowler as well. Smriti Mandhana is on strike, yet to get off the mark. Here's Nicola Carey. Coming over the wicket to Smriti Mandhana. Full delivery, and Mandhana drives it straight to point. Dot ball to start the over. That's short and that's pulled away by Smriti Mandhana. It's in the gap and that'll run away for 4. So Smriti Mandhana is also off the mark with the boundary here. Too short on that occasion. And Mandhana is underway with the boundary. This time Mandhana goes for the drive, it's straight to covers. Dot ball here from Nicola Carey. Fourth ball of the over. And Mandhana goes over the top. It's towards deep extra covers. Will that run away for 4? Fielder going after it. Stops it. Smriti Mandhana picks up another couple of runs. 6 runs have come from this over so far. Both these batters showing aggressive intent. As far as Smriti Mandhana is concerned, it's always all class. She will never try to overhit the ball. Timing, placement, always at its best from Smriti Mandhana. We saw it in the WPL final as well, when she played that match-winning knock for RCB. Title-winning knock, has to be said. Chasing a target of 204, she made it look very, very easy. Fifth ball of the over coming up. Shot again, goes for the pull shot towards deep mid-wicket, and Smriti Mandhana picks up another single. Required run rate 8.10. These batters have a lot of experience chasing down these totals. Gone are those days when in women's cricket you used to fear when the required run rate goes above 8. Now women are even starting to challenge the oppositions in these run chases. Shafali Verma is back on strike. The last ball of the over coming up. Wide down the leg side. Nicola Carey has to reload that one again. It's been an expensive over this. 8 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over coming up. Oh, Verma gave herself room, but Nicola Carey followed her. Shafali Verma drives it down the ground to mid-off. Another dot ball to finish the over. So 8 runs came from that over from Nicola Carey, and India women are now 26 without loss after 3 overs. Okay, so there's another bowling change here. Kim Garth is the new bowler into the attack now for Australia women. Jemima Rodriguez is already ready and padded up. Another experienced batter. Another really good batter in this format. Smriti Mandhana is on strike. Kim Garth coming over the wicket to Smriti Mandhana. That's a wide down the leg side. Has to reload that one again. Given as a wide by the umpire. So, not a great start here from Kim Garth. And now Mandhana comes down the wicket, drives it towards mid-off and picks up another single. Shafali Verma is back on strike. Remember, India women chased down 339 in the Women's ODI World Cup last year, the semi-final. Highest successful run chase in Women's ODI history. Obviously, this is a T20 international, but an India women can pull off those kind of stunts. Second ball of the over coming up. Goes for the drive again, straight to point. Another dot ball from Kim Garth. It's cut away from Shafali Verma towards deep extra covers. They might push for two here. And that's good running. Another couple of runs for Shafali Verma. So this is a decent start. This current run rate 8.57, required run rate 8.12. Keeping all the wickets in hand is very important in these kind of run chases. It's short and wide again, cut away by Verma towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Smriti Mandhana is back on strike. Previous match they scored 50 runs in the first 5.1 overs when rain interrupted proceedings. It was already under a run a ball when they were chasing 134 in the first T20. Coming around the wicket here, and it's flicked away by Bandhana straight to short fine leg. A valuable dot ball from Kim Garth. Just a little bit of pressure building. Good over this from Kim Garth. Just 5 runs coming from this over. Just like what happened in the Australian innings, same thing can happen in the Indian innings as well, where momentum can shift with a few quiet overs. That is where you need to be very careful in this format of the game. The last ball of the over coming up. That's flicked away by Smriti Mandhana towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to finish the over. Excellent over from Kim Garth. 6 runs came from that over, and India women are now 32 without loss after 4 overs. So Darcy Brown is back into the attack now into her second over. Smriti Mandhana is on strike. Comes down the wicket, goes over the top of the offside, just clears covers and might push for 2 here. A little bit of a fumble there. And another couple of runs to start the over from Smriti Mandhana. In case India get over the line here, I think it will be their first bilateral series win against Australia. I need to check the stats about that for sure. Let India seal the victory first. Second ball of the over coming up. It's a full toss. It's flicked away beautifully in the gap. And that'll run away for 4. That's wonderful placement. This is exactly what Smriti Mandhana is known for. Timing, placement, supreme. Picks up another boundary. Much needed boundary for India women. It's driven down the ground beautifully. Pass mid-off. Back-to-back boundaries. Straight down the ground for 4 from Smriti Mandhana. And this is a good start to the over here for India. Third boundary for Smriti Mandhana in this innings, and she is getting into her flow now. The fourth ball of the over coming up. Keeper has gone behind the stumps again and goes for a drive, misses it. There's a dot ball from Darcy Brown. Fifth ball of the over. Short and wide. Cut away again in the gap. And that'll run away for another boundary. Third boundary in the over from Smriti Mandhana. Too much width on offer there from Darcy Brown. And Mandhana's too strong for it. What a start this is for India here. Last ball of the over coming up from Darcy Brown. And that's driven again by Mandhana, but straight to point. Another dot ball to finish the over, but an expensive over from Darcy Brown. 14 runs came from that over, and India women are now 46 without loss after 5 overs. Well, India women have won a T20 series in England last year. Before this, have a chance to win a T20 series in Australia as well. A perfect preparation for the Women's T20 World Cup, which is coming up. India women can go into that tournament with a lot of confidence. There's a bowling change for Australia women. Annabel Sutherland is the new bowler into the attack. Now Australia looking to break this partnership, which is looking to be dangerous. Obviously, we saw a huge opening partnership from the Australian openers as well, but after that they just lost the momentum towards the end. Shafali Verma on strike. Here's Annabel Sutherland. That's a good Yorker, driven back to the bowler. Dot ball to start the over. Second ball of the over, and Verma goes over the top, clears mid-off, and that's one bounce and into the boundary for 4. 50 comes up for India women. Shafali Verma picks up her 4th boundary in this innings. 50 comes up in just 5.2 overs. This is a great start to the run chase. And that's driven again by Shafali Verma. Just opened the face and that's racing away for 4 more as well. Raining boundaries here in Canberra. Shafali Verma with back-to-back boundaries. Pressure on Australia here. So Australia feeling the pressure, no doubt about that. Slower delivery, driven towards point, doesn't take the single. A dot ball from Annabel Sutherland. Oh, that's a short ball. Where did Shafali Verma get hit there? I'm not quite sure. Hope she's alright. I think she is. There was a bouncer, I thought, from Annabel Sutherland there. Oh, it's in fact hit the back of her bat while she was looking to duck underneath it. What a comedy of errors there. The last ball of the over. And that's on a good length, driven back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish the over. Just 8 runs came from that over from Annabel Sutherland. And the power play has been completed. India women are now 54 without loss after 6 overs. I'm just wondering what will happen if the rain comes now. India women will once again be ahead on Duckworth-Lewis method. A DLS par score will be, I think India will be ahead on DLS with all 10 wickets in hand as well. Exactly how they won the first T20. Imagine winning 2 matches on Duckworth-Lewis. Just kidding actually, but India women will be looking to chase this down. 110 more runs needed from the last 14 balls. Is not impossible in modern day T20 cricket. The required run rate of 7.86. So spin being introduced into the attack here. A very brave decision with the left-hander at the crease. Sophie Molyneux is the new bowler into the attack. Smriti Mandhana is on strike. Molyneux coming around the wicket to Mandhana. It's short and it's pulled away by Smriti Mandhana towards deep mid-wicket. And picks up another single to start the over. So they have decided after the power play, try to slow down the pace a little bit. Shafali Verma is back on strike. Around the wicket to Shafali Verma, comes down the wicket, goes straight down the ground. Long on comes around and does well. Shafali Verma picks up another single. So both these teams getting some good opening partnerships today. Australia got a 128 run opening partnership. India have got a 56 run opening partnership till now. Third ball of the over. Goes for a pull again, down the ground to long on. And Mandhana picks up another single. Oh, goes for a sweep, uphill for LBW, finger goes up, first wicket for Australia here. And it's the captain Sophie Molyneux who strikes. Shafali Verma goes for review immediately. But that looked very, very straight and very, very adjacent. Looking to play across the line to a straight delivery, not a great idea. And that could be the wicket that Australia were looking for quite a long time now. Have been feeling the pressure a little bit. Shafali Verma has been batting well. That looks very, very straight actually. Shafali Verma has to go, I think. That will be out. That is for sure. Flat line as the ball passes the bat. I think ball tracking will surely show 3 reds. It's just gone for the review out of desperation there. I mean, not desperation. Have 2 reviews left, so just go for it. Pitching in line, pitching outside off, impact in line, wickets hitting. So there's the first wicket for Australia here. Finally a breakthrough for Australia women. And the finger will go up once again. Shafali Verma is on her way. First wicket down for India women. That is exactly what Australia wanted. Shafali Verma was beginning to look a little dangerous, but she's gone after scoring 29 runs from 23 balls. And India women are now 57 for 1 after 6.4 overs. So Jemima Rodriguez is the new batter to the crease for India women. Classy batter, superb timer of the cricket ball. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Captain leading from the front and getting the breakthrough for Australia here. As tossed up, Jemima Rodriguez drives down the ground to long off and gets off the mark with a single. Gives a strike back to Smriti Mandhana. And Smriti Mandhana is still there. There's hope for India, no doubt about that. Last ball of the over. Flicked away again by Smriti Mandhana towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to finish that over. 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Shafali Verma, and India women are now 59 for 1 after 7 overs. So 105 needed from the last 13 overs. Annabel Sutherland now into her second over. Mandhana on strike. It's a full delivery. Smriti Mandhana flicks it leg side and picks up another single to start the over. Jemima Rodriguez is back on strike. Still, anything can happen in this game. Actually, it's a very, very funny game. Australia pushing for another few wickets. This time it's guided away towards third man, and Jemima Rodriguez picks up another single. Smriti Mandhana is back on strike. Shot again, pulled away by Mandhana, down towards deep square leg, and picks up another single. Jemima Rodriguez is back on strike. Rotating the strike well here, both these batters. Pulled away again, just short of mid-wicket, and a little fumble will mean that Jemima Rodriguez will pick up another single. Half-hearted pull shot there, very lucky to fall short of the fielder. But a single nevertheless for Jemima Rodriguez. It's on the pads, pulled away again, down towards deep fine leg, and Smriti Mandhana picks up another single. Good over this from Annabel Sutherland, but required run rate hovering around 8.22 now. So last ball of the over coming up. Jemima Rodriguez on strike. Goes for the scoop, gets it over the keeper. That won't reach the boundary, but they'll surely push for two. And they'll get it. This is the thing about Jemima Rodriguez. She has these kind of innovative shots as well. In fact, they have only picked up a single. They haven't gone for two. But still a good over from Annabel Sutherland. 6 runs came from that over. The target requirement now under 100 runs for India women. And India women are now 65 for 1 after 8 overs. So Ash Gardner is back into the attack now. Into her second over. Jemima Rodriguez is on strike. And that's punched away by Jemima Rodriguez straight to covers, and another dot ball to start the over. Comes down the wicket and hits it high in the air. Could be out here. It is taken at long on. The second wicket down here for India. Jemima Rodriguez losing patience, coming down the wicket and mistiming it. A simple catch at long on, and suddenly now, is there some pressure on India women here? 2 down now. Not able to get the timing. Jemima Rodriguez. One would question whether that shot was necessary at this situation of the game. But whatever it is, Jemima Rodriguez has holed out. Ash Gardner gets the breakthrough. Jemima Rodriguez gone after scoring 4 runs from 6 balls. India women are now 65 for 2 after 8.2 overs. So Harmanpreet Kaur is the new batter to the crease. The captain of India women has made her way out to the middle with still a required run rate of 8.49. You still need to get the runs. Harmanpreet Kaur has been in really good form of late. She had a really good WPL as well. This partnership will be the key for India. It's tossed up and Harmanpreet Kaur hits it down the ground to long on and gets off the mark with a single. Gives the strike back to Smriti Mandhana. And this matchup will be interesting to watch, because Smriti Mandhana generally against right arm off spin has been a little vulnerable. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. It's on the pads and Mandana flicks it away leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Two more deliveries left in this over. I still have Richa Ghosh, Dipti Sharma and Amanjot Kaur to come in after this. Batting is there, but does it lack firepower? I'm not quite sure. This time it's driven back to the bowler by Harmanpreet Kaur. Another dot ball here. So just 2 runs have come from this over. Excellent over from Ash Gardner. The last ball of the over coming up. This time it's pulled away by Harmanpreet Kaur towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to finish the over. So really good over here from Ash Gardner. Australia still fighting. 3 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Jemima Rodrigues, and India women are now 68 for 2 after 9 overs. So Kim Garth is back into the attack for Australia women. Harmanpreet Kaur is on strike. This time on the pads, flicked away by Harmanpreet Kaur towards deep square leg and picks up another single to start the over. Smriti Mandana is back on strike. The second ball of the over coming up. Coming around the wicket here, Kim Garth, keeper up to the stumps, and Mandana swings it leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Harmanpreet Kaur back on strike, and just see a little bit of pressure building now on India women. Third ball of the over. Full again, driven down the ground towards mid-on. Another single for Harmanpreet Kaur. Smriti Mandana batting on 31 from 23 balls. Coming around the wicket here. Oh, goes for the pull. Appeal for a catch here. Umpire says not out. And they are discussing whether to go for the review or not. They have gone for the review. So I need to have a look at this one. So is that a wide? Was there any bat involved in that? Well, there is a spike as the ball passes the bat. So Smriti Mandhana has to go, and India women are wobbling here in the middle. Little bit of bat involved. Catch taken behind the stumps. Kim Garth strikes. Decision overturned. Finger goes up. Third wicket down for India women, and the set batter Smriti Mandhana is on her way back to the pavilion. Kim Garth gets the breakthrough. Strangled down the leg side. Not for the first time this is happening. We saw it in the semi-final as well last time around, where a strangle down the leg side got her, and once again it's a similar mode of dismissal that has got Smriti Mandhana out after scoring 31 from 24 balls, and India women are now 71 for 3 after 9.4 overs. So India women are wobbling here big time. 3 wickets down in quick succession. Top 3 batters back in the shed. Its still required run rate is 9 runs per over. So I think Richa Ghosh will come in now. So India women are 71 for 3 after 9.4 overs, and it's also the time for the drinks break. Well, Richa Ghosh is the new batter to the crease for India here. And 93 needed from 62. They've lost 3 wickets in quick succession, and that is what is putting the pressure now. The 2 more deliveries left in this over. Short and wide. Richa Ghosh goes for the cut shot, misses it. It's another dot ball from Kim Garth. Really good over this. The last ball of the over coming up. And that's driven again back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish the over. Excellent over from Kim Garth. Just 3 runs came from that over from Kim Garth, including the wicket of Smriti Mandhana, and India women are now 71 for 3 after 10 overs at the halfway mark of this innings. So another spinner into the attack as Georgia Wareham is the new bowler into the attack for Australia women. Harmanpreet Kaur is on strike. So where I'm coming over the wicket. Short ball pulled away by Harmanpreet Kaur towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. Richa Ghosh is back on strike. Shot again, pulled again by Richa Ghosh. Good fielding at mid wicket. And Ghosh picks up another single. Harmanpreet Kaur is back on strike. A little bit of pressure building. Boundaries have dried up a little bit. This time Harman goes past mid-off. And they'll run away for 4. That's a much needed boundary. For India women, things were just quietening up a little bit. And Harmanpreet Kaur found the gap beautifully. Picks up her first boundary in this innings. Short and wide, cut away again, it's in the gap again. And that'll run away for 4 as well. Back-to-back boundaries from the captain of the India women's team, Harmanpreet Kaur. It releases some pressure a little bit. It's tossed up again. Harmanpreet Kaur defends it on the front foot and picks up another single. Richa Ghosh is back on strike. 11 runs from this over. Good over for India here. The last ball of the over coming up. Goes for a cut shot, misses it again. Another dot ball to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over from Georgia Wareham, and India women are now 82 for 3 after 11 overs. So Darcy Brown is back into the attack now for Australia women. Harmanpreet Kaur is on strike. Here's Darcy Brown. Looking to flick it away. Takes the leading edge. It's racing away. Found the gap. Will that run away for 4? Oh, that's fantastic effort. Fantastic effort on the boundary. Couple of runs completed by Harmanpreet Kaur. Well, they'll check it. They'll check whether the fielder stopped the ball cleanly or not. Harmanpreet Kaur was looking to flick it leg side. Went off the leading edge. It's been extremely good effort, I think, on the boundary there. Oh, I think she's touched the boundary there, so it will be 4. It will be 4 because he's touched the boundary and at the same time touched the ball. So boundary to start the over for Harmanpreet Kaur. That's a wide down the leg side from Darcy Brown. Has to reload that one again. So this partnership now 16 from 9 balls. Harmanpreet Kaur with 3 boundaries so far. This time driven down the ground by Harmanpreet Kaur towards mid-on and picks up another single. Richa Ghosh is back on strike. Oh, it's gone off the pads there. They'll pick up another single. It will be 1 leg byes. Oh, direct hit as well. But I think Harmanpreet Kaur has made her ground, so it will be not out. Yes, Harmanpreet Kaur has made it back. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. It's on the stumps, defended towards point. Another dot ball from Darcy Brown. Oh, looking to flick it away. A little half appeal for LBW. Harmanpreet Kaur picks up another single. Will they go for the review here? They have gone for the review, so I need to have a look at this one. But it didn't look out actually. It was not even a convincing appeal, it was only a half appeal, but it's made to look a little serious here. No, that can't be out actually, that's straying down the leg side. No bat involved in that, but that surely will be missing the stumps. Pitching outside off, impact umpire's call and wickets missing, so it will be not out. And that is exactly what I was thinking, straying down the leg side. They went for the review as well. Not out is the decision. Leg by single it is. Richa Ghosh is back on strike for the last ball of the over. The last ball of the over coming up. Richa Ghosh on strike. And Ghosh drives it straight to covers. Another dot ball to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over and India women are now 90 for 3 after 12 overs. Sophie Molyneux is back into the attack now. Required run rate 9.45. Harmanpreet Kaur is on strike. Comes down the wicket and drives it straight to covers. Again a dot ball to start the over. This time flicked away again by Harmanpreet Kaur towards mid-wicket and picks up another single. Now Richa Ghosh has to go for it now. 1 run from 6 balls so far for Richa Ghosh. It's pulled away again, down the ground to long on, and Richa Ghosh picks up another single. There's 2 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. Comes down the wicket, goes down the ground. 1 bounce to long on. Another single for Harmanpreet Kaur. That's edged past third man, and that will run away for 4. Yes, it will. So finally a boundary. Richa Ghosh gets it off the outside edge, races away for 4, and that will release some pressure. Well, that's slog swept by Richa Ghosh. 1 bounce to deep mid-wicket and picks up another single to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over from Sophie Molyneux, and India women are now 98 for 3 after 13 overs. Seven overs left, 66 needed. So Ash Gardner is back into the attack for Australia. Richa Ghosh is on strike. Goes for the cut, misses it. Dot ball to start the over from Gardner. Pressure mounting here on India. Gives herself room, edges it away again, past the keeper, and that'll run away for 4 as well. Another very fortunate boundary for Richa Ghosh, but she'll take it. Second boundary for Richa Ghosh in this innings. Much needed boundaries. 100 comes up for India women in 13.2 overs with that boundary. This time short and wide, cut away again by Richa Ghosh. Fielder got a hand on it at point, but Richa Ghosh picks up another single. Harmanpreet Kaur is back on strike. Goes for a drive, misses it. An appeal for stumping here. Umpire has gone upstairs, so third umpire. Has Harmanpreet Kaur lost her balance? You need to have a look at it upstairs. She is in, so it will be not out. It will be not out, she is in. The foot is inside the crease, so only a dot ball, it will be not out. So 2 more deliveries left in this over, not out is the decision. Quicker delivery, and that's flicked away by Harmanpreet Kaur, and picks up another single. Richa Ghosh is back on strike. The shot is pulled away leg side by Richa Ghosh towards deep square leg, and picks up another single to finish the over. So 7 runs came from that over from Ash Gardner, and India women are now 106. India women are now 105 for 3 after 14 overs. So Annabel Sutherland is back into the attack. A single to start the over. Harmanpreet Kaur is back on strike. 58 needed from 35 balls. Second ball of the over coming up. Looks to go big. A little bit of an inside edge towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another single. 2 singles to start the over. The third ball of the over coming up. Shot again, pulled again by Richa Ghosh towards square leg, and picks up another single. The pressure continues to build. Slow ball, beautifully bowled. Harmanpreet Kaur looking to drive. It beats the outside edge of Harmanpreet Kaur. Another dot ball here. The required run rate has gone to 10.50. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Oh, inside edge, just past the stumps towards short fine leg. Another dot ball. Harmanpreet Kaur struggling for timing here, and the required run rate is only getting out of reach. Last ball of the over. Again, beautifully bowled, defended towards keep. The keeper can't take the single. Another dot ball to finish the over. It's excellent over from Annabel Sutherland. Again, just 3 runs coming from the over. And India women are now 108 for 3 after 15 overs with 56 needed to get from the last 5 overs. Sophie Molyneux is going to be bowling the 16th over of this innings. So Molyneux coming around the wicket, Richa Ghosh. Ghosh comes down the wicket, goes over the top of covers, and that'll run away for 4. That's a great way to start the over. Much needed boundary. Using her feet here, Richa Ghosh, and finding the gap, getting it over covers. Second ball of the over. Goes for a sweep, leg side. Has she found the gap? No, deep mid wicket comes round. Just a single for Richa Ghosh. You need to be running 2s for those. So third ball of the over coming up. Harmanpreet Kaur goes down the ground, and it's one bounce and into the boundary for 4. So Harmanpreet Kaur also decides to open up straight down the ground. Second boundary in this over, and this is a great start to the over for India women. .47 needed from 27 now, and Molyneux switching her angle, coming over the wicket now to Harmanpreet Kaur. The 3 more deliveries left in this over. Goes for a sweep, gets it towards deep square leg, and deep mid wicket comes around. Another couple of runs for Harmanpreet Kaur. So this is the over for India women. This is the over they were targeting. Scoreboard has freezed here a little bit. Two more deliveries left in this over. Fifth ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket again. It was a flatter delivery. Harmanpreet Kaur hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. So back to Richa Ghosh. The last ball of the over. It's on the pads. Oh dear, it's gone off the pads. Doesn't take the single. Another dot ball to finish the over. It's a valuable dot ball. So still game on. 12 runs came from that over from Sophie Molyneux. And India women are now 120 for 3 after 16 overs. So Kim Garth is back into the attack. She's going to be bowling the penalty. She's going to be bowling the 17th over. Harmanpreet Kaur gives herself room, swings and misses. There's a dot ball to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. Oh, another slow ball. A little bit of an inside edge. Another dot ball here. Third ball of the over coming up. Oh, inside edge, has passed fine leg, and that'll be 4. That's a much needed boundary for India women. Harmanpreet Kaur gets the inside edge and gets the boundary. This time Harmanpreet Kaur clears covers and will pick up another couple of runs here. It's good running between the wickets. Well, now then, India women just losing their way. Deepti Sharma is the new batter to the crease. Richa Ghosh has been dismissed. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Gardner coming around the wicket to Deepti Sharma. And that's on down the leg side. Goes for a pull towards short fine leg. Another dot ball. So both the set batters, Harmanpreet Kaur and Richa Ghosh, both have been dismissed. Comes down the wicket, goes straight down the ground. Long off, will take the catch. Another wicket down. 2 wickets in the over for Ash Gardner. And Australia marching their way towards victory here. Coming down the wicket, Deepti Sharma not able to time it at all. Simple catch at mid-off. 6 down now, India women, and are losing grip of this game here. It's been a complete collapse. So Deepti Sharma has gone for a 2-ball duck, and India women are now 128 for 6 after the 17.5 overs. Arundhati Reddy is the new batter to the crease. Last ball of the over coming up. Quicker delivery flicked away by Arundhati Reddy. Might push for 2 here. And they'll get 2. Another couple of runs to finish the over. Gets off the mark with a couple of runs. 3 runs came from that over, including 2 wickets. Ash Gardner finishes her spell 3 for 22 in her 4 overs. And India women are now 130 for 6 after 18 overs. So 34 runs needed from the last 2 overs. Amanjot Kaur is on strike. Annabel Sutherland bowling the penultimate over. The back of the hand slow ball. Flicked away again by Amanjot Kaur towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. Arundhati Reddy is back on strike. Goes for a scoop, it's off the bat and taken by the wicket keeper behind the stumps. And another wicket goes down. It's only getting from bad to worse now for India women. Australia marching their way towards their victory here. Required run rate 19.80. It's getting out of control. Annabel Sutherland strikes again. Arundhati Reddy is on her way back. Gone off the bat straight through to Beth Mooney behind the stumps. 7th wicket goes down for India women. It's been a dramatic collapse actually after a good start. It just fallen apart. Arundhati Reddy gone after scoring a run of ball 2. And India women are now 131 for 7 after 18.2 overs. So Kranti Goud is the new batter to the crease. 3rd ball of the over coming up from Annabel Sutherland. Has driven again in the air. Oh, good effort. Couldn't hold on to it. Kranti Gaur picks up another single. Will go down as a drop catch probably. This time comes down the wicket, drives it down the ground to mid-off. Another dot ball from Annabel Sutherland. Again, just 2 runs coming from this over, including the wicket of Arundhati Reddy. The game is gone for India women here. Slow ball, and it's hit down the ground, straight to the fielder again, another dot ball. So last ball of the over coming up. As Boulder, that's it. Annabel Sutherland picks up another wicket. The last recognised batter is also walking back. 2 wickets in the over, just 2 runs, and Australia are getting closer and closer to victory here. An outstanding penultimate over, one of the best you'll ever see, and Annabel Sutherland finishes with 2 for 18 in her 4 overs. India lose their 8th wicket here, and eventually losing this game for sure now. Amanjot Kaur is gone after scoring 3 runs from 6 balls, and India women are now 132 for 8 after 19 overs. So Sri Charani is the new batter to the crease for India. 32 runs needed from the last over is not going to be possible. So Kranti Gaur is on strike. Last over from Sophie Molyneux. Last over from Molyneux. Quicker delivery that's defended towards point. They don't take the single, but it doesn't matter anyways. Its match is gone now. 32 needed from 5 balls, even mathematically done. Second ball of the over coming up from Sophie Molyneux. Comes down the wicket. It's out of the reach of Molyneux. It's towards long off. And Kranti Gaur picks up another single. I think it's those kind of conditions where even chasing 166 is chasing 164 is looking very tough in these conditions. So it's going down to the decider. 3-match T20 series. Of course, India women won the first T20 convincingly. They were in a convincing position in that match. This match also they were looking convincing, but have collapsed here. That's gone down the ground by Charani, but will find long on for sure. And another catch, another wicket. They have taken their catches today, Australia women. And Sophie Molyneux with another wicket here. And India women lose their 9th wicket. Charani is also on her way, looking to come down the wicket, looking to clear the boundary. Finding the fielder at long on. And it's just a formality now needs to be completed. N. Charani is gone for a duck. India women are now 133 for 9 after 19.3 overs. So Renuka Singh Thakur is the last batter to the crease for India women. Has driven again down the ground towards long off, and Renuka Singh Thakur gets off the mark with a single. Comes down the wicket, goes straight down the ground, clears long off all the way for 6. Where was this all this while? I think the first 6 of the innings actually, and it comes to the bat of Kranti Gaud. Where was this all this while? I'm not quite sure. And last ball of the match, Kranti Gaud hits it down the ground, straight back down the ground for 4 to finish off proceedings, but it doesn't matter. 12 runs came from the last over, including the wicket of Charini, and India women finish with 144 for 9 at the end of their 20 overs. And Australia women take out the second T20 match. They win the second T20 match by 19 runs. And I think it's all down to that opening partnership between Georgia Vole and Beth Mooney, the 128 run opening partnership. Because of the conditions were tough, and that opening partnership I think took the game away from India a little bit. And although Australia lost momentum towards the end, it looks like 163 was more than enough to defend in these conditions. India women also got off to a really good start, and they were looking really good even when Richa Ghosh and Harmanpreet Kaur were at the crease. It was looking really good. 126 for 3 after 16.4 overs. It was looking promising, but again, the typical India women middle order collapse. We have seen that for so many times, and we have seen it again today. From 126 for 3 to 133 for 9. They're losing 6 wickets for just 7 runs in that middle period. And that is where the match was lost once again. It's such a fragile middle order which India women are having. And that is why they are not able to... Richa Ghosh, Deepti Sharma, Amanjot Kaur, it's not looking convincing, that middle order. Richa Ghosh is looking more of a hit or miss player. Amanjot Kaur hasn't lived up to the expectations for quite a long time. Deepti Sharma doesn't have power to hit sixes or boundaries. So that middle order is looking a little fragile there. It's not looking we are not able to definitely believe in those batters that they will do the job. And I think that is where India women are having a big weakness. So Australia women winning this game by 19 runs, a convincing win towards the end. And the series has been levelled 1-1, and it will go down to the decider. It will go down to the third T20 decider to see who will take out this T20 series. So we'll be back again to cover the men's T20 World Cup matches as well, which will be coming up from the Super 8s. Is going to be exciting for the men's T20 World Cup 2026. So until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care guys, cheers and have a great day.
for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.